Good morning. Today is the 7th. It's going to be another beautiful, scorching day. Great if you have a garden. Today's reading is Approach the World Like a Child to Experience Wonder. And some people I know like to lie down during the readings and treat that as a really short Shavasana if you don't have an opportunity to do a regular Shavasana or corpse pose beforehand. Do you remember playing for hours with a simple object or toy when you were a child? Or finding ongoing delight in a particular picture or a specific piece of music? As young children, everything is potentially interesting. We were open to what we encountered, taking in the world with fascination and without judgment. We were deeply in touch with our sense of wonder, almost like scientists. As we aged, we had to make decisions about our identity and our values. And while these processes were fruitful, they were often detrimental to the side of which we had to say, access our wonder. How can we stay open today? How can we hold on to our childlike curiosity about this world? Today, try to approach what you see and whomever you meet with the same sense of openness and wonder and see what happens. And I've been trying to actually use this approach to when people, especially in person, don't necessarily agree with some of the things that I feel strongly about, especially going on in the world right now. And I always ask, what is it about whatever the moment is that you don't agree with? And quite often people can't even explain, they just have their opinion. And I'm like, well, that's fine, but I'm curious how you came to that opinion. Was it something your parents believed in? Was it something your best friends or your first professor believed in? So trying to assess where did my feelings come from about something. I want to be open to exploring what are the other sides of this thing that I didn't know. I'm going to use that same openness. Next week I'm going to a cottage, but we have access to the internet. So actually I should try to record the yoga class either from the treehouse or in the forest or on the beach. Maybe we'll be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So maybe you'll have 4 different classes in a different background. And I may have some other friends who are coming with me join me on those classes. So that will be interesting. Fingers crossed technology works. So today I thought I was going to do some hip work. We will do that. But just for, again, a sense of curiosity and exploration, I thought we should take one of our animal cards. Not for tarot reading, but for guidance from nature. Kind of like an indicator with something new. Fresh eyes, that's what my university teachers say, can you look with fresh eyes? Snake, oh, we did cobra the other day. Coyote, I love coyotes. You'd be surprised how many people are shocked downtown to hear that we quite easily see coyotes in Aurora. And I said it's very, very common, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. It's more common than you would think to see coyotes in Aurora. So, coyotes' other word is called wise fool. Accept your follies and find the teaching in them. So let's see what the book also says about that. That sounds interesting. Coyote. Sorry. Oh, here we are. Pause for a moment and think of those times when you've acted thoughtlessly or foolishly, perhaps even recently. How did you feel? Embarrassed? Ashamed? Well, it's time to let go and to stop attacking or shaming yourself. It's not just about forgiving yourself or blandly accepting these instances. Let's go beyond that to the loving fool inside. The part of you with a childlike innocence, oh my gosh, 2 different readings about childlike innocence, behaves in a way that sometimes brings on social or self-condemnation. To sincerely and deeply love the part of you that surpasses forgiveness or just bland acceptance, it opens you to loving yourself unconditionally as well as loving the foibles or limitations of others. The burden of such shame is too great for anyone to carry. You must see these idiosyncrasies with a sense of humor. When you do something foolish, the sooner you can laugh about it, and I would say my senior or retired friends have taught me to do this, let go and laugh in the moment, the sooner you can move to a place of true self-acceptance. It's only later, when we can look back at these situations, we can discern the most important lessons and the wisdom contained within them. Awesome, I like that. So, 2 key messages, childlike open-mindedness, and what can I discover something good out of the bad. Let's come into seated this way just because I don't like it. We're gonna tuck our toes. Let's do 3 breaths, toes tucked, 3 breaths, toes untucked. And if your body is not comfortable doing that, you're sitting on a block or on the floor, maybe on your couch. Palms are down to corral the energy, elbows tucked in, heart open, so stand up in your chest, and then my head is stacked. If you can see me from the side, I am kind of artificially erect. Eyes are closed, my toes are pressing down, and if you Google pineal gland, you'll see why there's a benefit to tucking your toes. It stimulates the pineal gland. It's a long-winded thing, but Google it. Pineal gland, I think it's spelled P-I-N-I-A-L gland. Inhale through the nose. Hold it, exhale through the mouth. Let's do that 3 times. Inhale through the nose. Pause and exhale. And one more time. Inhale through the nose to capacity. And exhale. Now 2 more breaths, regular, in and out through the nose with your toes tucked, as awkward as this is. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale to capacity. Pause and exhale. Now I'm going to untuck, which is what I prefer usually. It's a nice stretch of my ankles and my quads. And eyes are closed, palms are down. Now, however, if you're feeling like you need some energy, maybe you're going to turn your palms up. Inhale through the nose to capacity. Pause, exhale. And think of the weight of your body rooting down through the knees and shins that are on the earth, and maybe the tops of your feet. Oh, cat hair. Inhale to capacity. Pause, exhale through the nose. And one last time. Inhale to capacity through your nose. And exhale. And then back to neutral. While I'm here, let's open the heart a little bit. I'm going to take one hand to the floor, then the other. Barely my fingertips are touching. Some of you might come to flat palms. There, now I am. And some of you may put blocks on your hands. Press the chest to the sky, then look slightly up. We're almost in this kind of contorted camel and fish combination. Press your heart to the sky, stretching out my inner elbow. And then I'm going to come out of this. Or you can just come forward, stack your hands, forehead to hands, to stack fists, a variation of puppy or child's pose. And then let's come on our back. We'll do a little bit of work. Because we got coyote, I can't think of an exact coyote pose, but let's do all the variations of dogs, which I know will make some people happy. We're gonna line our back, knees to chest, rocking side to side, little bow. Excuse me, my allergies are bad again today. I have taken something, but you get to see irritated me. I'm going to take both knees to the left, almost to the floor, but not. Arms are to a T, and then back to center. Knees to the right. Oh, yeah. Keep those shoulders down, and back to center. I'm going to keep doing this a few times, because guess what happens? As a result, finally, everything softens, and I'm able to go a little deeper. You may core in, press the lower back into the floor as you do this, and you're going to go back and forth. I like to spread my nails, glue my nails and the bones of my hand to the floor. 2 more times. Oh, yeah. So think about when you rigorously wring out a washcloth and you get every drop of liquid out of that. That's what we're doing, wringing out the body, especially the elimination organs. Let's take the knees to the floor on the left. Right arms out to a T. I'm not even looking at my alignment today. And then back to center, knees to the floor on the right. Oh yeah, double leg spinal twist, super tight on this side. Back to center. And let's pull our knees as deeply as you can into your center. Pulling the knees either by the kneecap or hands behind the thighs, especially if you have sore knees. And think about the idea, how much space can you not take up? So you're compressing your thighs into your belly with the benefit of lengthening the lower back. Oh, yeah, and then pressing the lower back into the floor. What I like about this is I get the same benefits of a child's pose, but there's no pressure on my knees. As you breathe in, your diaphragm presses those thighs away, belly expands. Exhale, bring the thighs in tighter. Oh yeah, and press into the floor. Maybe do that a few times. Let go and come in. To me, it feels like a bellow. And actually, a more gentle way is hands to the knees, push them away, pull them in, push them away, pull them in. Led with the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This time hands come to the shin of the right leg only. Left foot can drop to the mat, bent foot, or slide straight. Oh, that feels delicious. I love this stretch. So as I pull the right thigh in, I might first do the variation with my toes pointed. Point. So I'm lengthening the whole left side of the body. I like to take my hands on my shin. Some of you might come behind the thigh instead, so there's less pressure on your knees. And imagine the knee letting up to your right breast, just below your right collarbone, all in line. Option to take your hand to your knee and open that leg out to the right, so it's like half of a frog. And maybe come back and forth. So open the gate, close the gate. Open the gate, close the gate. And once more, because I love this stretch, open the gate. Back to center. Left hand takes right knee over. Single leg spinal twist. Back to center and little boat or circles. Now we're going to take our hands to our right leg, left leg, right foot drops, and maybe you slide straight or pull it in. Option to come behind the thigh and pull it in deeper. Point and flex a few times, and then I'm going to take my left hand and my left knee, and I'm either pulling it in and pushing it away, or I like this version better. Open the gate, close the gate. Open the gate, right hand's holding the right hip down, close the gate. Open the gate, close the gate. One more time. Open, close, finally coming into single leg spinal twist. Back to center, little boat or circles. Let's take the legs wide. Walking your hands down, pull the thighs in, and come into either setup for happy baby or full happy baby. Soles of the feet together, possibly binding around the blades or holding your ankles. And some of you are able to just gently pull those feet towards you. There really is not a lot of movement, but I'm feeling a tiny stretch down the thighs, knees, and lower back and glutes. And then release your feet to the mat, soles together. Let's come into reclined goddess. close your legs, thighs to chest, little boat or circles. Feet in the air, let's go do a quick massage. Point and flex. Roll out the ankles. And then I like this one, wide leg. So you could do hand to toe, but I'm gonna bring my arms to a T. Visualizing all the intention in the front of my body and the back of my body, opening equally so that I'm not hunched over. And some of you might do this wide leg pose at the end of your bed or against the wall. Let's do 5 breath rounds here, no straps today. Inhale 1. Exhale 1. Bend your knees if it's too much. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. And close your legs. Bent knees, little boat. Let's drop left foot down, slide it straight, right foot in the air, quick massage. For this variation of hand to toe without a strap, I'm either going to hold my inner right knee flesh, some of you might hold the toe, or I could do it flexed foot, more muscular effort. And I might come in and out of it 3 times. Or I might just hold and open. Oh, that's beautiful. And then back to center, knees to chest, little boat or circles. Feet in the sky once more. Right foot flex and lower that leg out of the way. Your choice. Hand to toe open, inner knee open, or arms to a T. Squeeze your glutes and thighs to center. My feet are flexed, and this forces my core to turn on. 3 breaths here. And back to center, thighs to chest, little boat or circles. And I'm going to roll into a ball on my side. I think we should go back to somersaults next week. And then slowly press up. Let's come into tabletop for a quick cat-cow. Because of our dog theme, I think we should do bird dog while we're here. So palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Engage your core. So I'm going to stay here, engage the core, tail up, look up, first cow, breathe out cat. 1, inhale cow, look up, that's 2, exhale 2, cat. And once more, inhale 3, look up, exhale 3, cat. Relax to neutral. First bird dog is going to be, let's keep right hand, left knee down. Step back your right foot. Left arm reaches forward. I like to look at the top of my mat. Arm is straight. That bicep comes beside your left ear. Bring the right heel up to hip height. Maybe look back. Make sure your toes are pointing down. Lengthen. Engage that core. Lengthen. Undo child's pose. Maybe we'll do extended child's pose. Back to tabletop. Left hand, right knee, stay down, stable and square. Left foot step back, right arm reaches, lift. You're the height of your body, height of your hip. Lengthen. Look at the top of your mat, lengthen. Undo, extended child's pose. You know what's coming. The same bird dog. So I'm doing it in front of a mirror so I can see how messed up my alignment is. But I'm going to move my right arm slightly out from underneath my shoulder. Right foot tucks. Step back, left foot. Shift your weight into your right hand. And maybe you're gonna come up on your left fingertips. Maybe you'll lift only the leg. Maybe you'll start to lift the left arm to a T. Or, I like better, bicep in front of my ear, beside my ear, lengthen. I can feel that hip tipping, but that's okay. Undo. Oh, one more variation if you want. Step back into that left bird dog. Option to open into half moon. So what that means is instead of the arm coming forward, I'm going to come out to a T and then open and stack. This is the open upper body. You might stay here with this left leg flexed, or you might try to kick your bum, and then you might try to find that foot without looking. Undo. Extended child's pose. Back to tabletop. Let's do our last same bird dog on our left. Left hand shifts out slightly, left foot tucks, right foot extends. Shift your weight into that left hand, left knee so that you can come up on your right fingertips. Flex the right leg, no higher than your hip. And then I'm either going to take my right arm forward, there's my half bird dog, or right arm to a T, or half moon. I'm going to open and stack. Option to stay here or bend your right foot towards your bum and try to grab it with that right hand. Bound bird, bound half moon. Undo, extended child's pose. From here, guess what's coming? Downward or sun salutation. So let's walk towards our hands. Knees are bent. Let your head go. Arms to the side, rise. Reach up, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Maybe a little arc. And wide arm swan dive. Half back. Fold, planting and a hop, and lower down. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Downward dog. I'm going to pedal that first dog. This is where you attempt to bring the heels down. For some people, this is going to happen. Some it's not. Right foot forward, left knee back, low lunge. And I might stay here, or you may choose to tuck and rise. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, hop, and I'm going to slowly lower my heart. 2 breaths, sleeping cobra. Pick up your head, baby cobra. Press back, downward dog. Pedaling your dog. Left foot forward, right knee drops, low lunge. Listen to your body. This might be it. Low, solid lunge. Option to tuck and rise up. I'm rooting down through that left foot. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. Okay. One more on each side. Watch which dog we do. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half back, fold. Plant. Option to come into plank. Chaturanga. Slowly lower. Elbows bent, belly last. Sleeping cobra. 2 breaths. Pick up your head, baby cobra. And here comes another dog. I can stay here, or cobra, or up dog. I'm on the tops of my feet looking up. Down dog. Right foot in the sky, 3-legged dog. Flex that foot, bend your knee. Almost like your heel is kicking your bum. Open and stack your hips, happy dog. Look up at the ceiling under that right bicep. Come back to center. Step through, high lunge. Find your footing. What a difference using a nice rubber mat. I can't believe how much it affects my practice. Hands release. Feet together, fold. Rise, heart center. Okay, one more sun salutation. Get that blood flowing. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, hop, chaturanga, slowly lower down. Totally optional. 2 breaths, sleeping cobra. The palms are right by my chest, but my elbows hug in, opening that front of the heart and the chest. Pick up your head, baby cobra, or continue in a bigger back bend, up dog. Roll over the toes, down dog. Left foot in the air, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, flex foot, heel comes towards bum. Open and stack your hips, look up under your arm. Happy dog. Back to regular, step through high lunge. Rise. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Okay, awesome work. So we did bird dog, same, coming into half moon. Let's try this. Now I'm not using a block today, but I have this that looks like a can of soup. You can bend your knee and use the floor. You can grab a can or something that's sitting near you, a candle. And maybe tomorrow we'll do a lot more block work. So I'm going to come halfway down my mat into mountain. I'm looking at the can that I've chosen instead of the block. And I'm going to bring my right foot 1 shoe length, if not a little longer, behind this can. This is going to be, oh, I can't put my weight on there. Let's see what I do on this side. It's still me. I'm going to shift my weight into this right foot. That's going to be my standing leg. Right palm flat, open, almost like the floor is risen up. Left hand, left hip. Shift my weight. I'm looking down at first. This is half moon. I've lifted that left foot, but it could stay low, medium, high. And as long as, I might have to get rid of that. As long as I'm here, my hip wants to go towards the earth. This is not as much of a balance pose. As soon as I look to this side, there's the balance piece. I'm tight today, so my body doesn't want to balance. Flex leg. Option to do this against the wall. Arm can be over ear or in the air, or try to find that foot. Oh, sorry, I ran out of that quickly. I'm gonna feel my hip tight. I lied, I said we were gonna do hips today, I totally forgot. So that pose would have benefited from some hip work. Now we'll do the other side. I'm just turning so you can see. Left leg's gonna be my standing leg. Left hand to the floor. Shift my weight forward. I might keep my right hand on my right hip. I might look across the room. I might take that arm in the sky. I might take it over my ear. Or I might try to find that foot. Oh, undo. And I'm going to take a squat in between. So I did a lot of work Sunday with my hamstrings. I'm feeling it now. So when we talk about samskara, we think lifetime. Most of them are lifetime, but I don't know if that would be the correct word, but I could feel the effects of a repeated thing I did 3 days ago. Okay, let's do the dog, 2-legged dog. Hopefully that doesn't invoke fear in you. 2-legged dog, I've told you this story before. When I first learned it, it was like a 2-hour workshop to get into it. I've given you guys the Reader's Digest version. We're going to come onto our mat, tabletop, toes are tucked. Press your bum in the air. So I've got my knees bent. I'm in a very short downward dog. I might actually walk my left foot, then my right foot in. The width of my mat are almost as wide. And guess what? Now I'm in a really short downward dog. Knees are bent. I could walk them in even more or wider so that I can straighten my legs. Everyone's experience is going to be different. I might stay here for 2 breaths. Oh, that feels really good. It's a deep stretch in my lower back. You might bend your knees if this feels impossible. And just like when we're in dog, where we press our heart towards our thighs, you can bend your knees and do that. Oh, yeah. Maybe wag your tail. So, you have a choice. Stay here. Or shift your weight towards that left foot. Keep both hands down. 3-legged dog. Right foot's in the air. Option to keep your right hand, left foot down. Think of that diagonal line. You come up on your left finger pads. So I'm still in a variation of three-legged dog. Option to try to lift up that left arm. So now I'm in a two-legged dog. Option to bend that right foot towards your bum and try to find it. I usually just grab my big toe. This is where sometimes when we're in class, I help you bind your foot. Because for some reason, that childlike feeling comes up when you make contact with that foot. So if you're doing this in your living room, I encourage you, if you have somebody in your home with you, to ask you to help you just find your toe. Even just finding your toe for a nanosecond is elating. Let's do the other side. Tabletop. Maybe I'll turn around so you can see the other side. Tuck your toes. Press into a short downward dog. Walk your feet in so you're able to possibly drop those heels. So now I have to keep, okay, right hand, left foot down. I'm going to kick up right leg, so now I'm in a three-legged dog on this side. Pressing that right palm, left foot into the floor, knee is bent or straight. I'm going to come up with my left finger pads. You might stay here, or you might bring that left arm out to a T. Or you might bend the right foot towards your bum. I feel like I just did this side. Let's see. Oh, I did. Okay, you're going to do this side you haven't done. I haven't done right, left hand, right foot stays down, left foot in the air, three-legged dog. Option to come up with my right finger pads. You're going to feel what side you haven't done. Bend your knee. Yeah, see this side is tighter, so my proprioception is different. I know some of you find that pose easy, and some of you find it mentally and physically challenging. Guess what? That's the yoga. It's not just all physical asana. And as a break, as a rest, I'm going to do toes touching, knees wide, wide leg extended child's pose. And then come back up. Let's do a playful puppy, tail wagging, or slowly bring your heart to the earth. And then coming back up. And let's do that 2 more times. Arms extend, heart to the earth. Looking forward if your neck is comfortable, or forehead to the mat if that's uncomfortable in your neck. Now my forearms are down in extended dog or extended playful puppy. Option to keep the palms down and lift the elbows up. This is going to be more intense. It's a great stretch for your hands and the wrists and the front of the arms. And then back to tabletop. We're going to finish with a little bit of breathing. And then actually, I invite you to lie down. I'm going to do a reading for you as your final Shavasana. We don't always have a formal Shavasana, but let's see, what are we meant to read? Moving into a new phase. Oh my gosh, this is very interesting. Outgrowing friends. And I'm sure this has come up during a lot of political things that are happening right now, as well as COVID. We're physically not with our friends as much. Every one of us lives a life colored by individual and changing experiences, perceptions, needs, and desires. We connect with others. Becoming friends and confidants, especially more often because they share something with us, such as an interest or a need. As time goes on, there is a change, and that bond that draws us closer together to a treasured friend may not be enough to sustain this relationship. We may find that our lives have gone wildly in different directions, and we no longer share the same aspirations, or we may have shifted on an energetic level. It's not unusual in such situations to discover that the comfort you found in each other has vanished, and you have trouble relating as you once did. Outgrowing a friend can be confusing or painful, but it's a natural part of your personal growth. You have a right to choose to surround yourself with those people who understand you, are helpful and compassionate, and put you at ease. Months or years into a friendship, you might find that your friend no longer seems like the same person they were. The change may also have been within the other person, but it could also come from within you. Moving on doesn't mean that your past and your shared experiences were not meaningful or important to you both, but rather it acknowledges your need in the present. So two different sets of needs. And I noticed this came about the most is when you have children. Someone warned me, your friendships before children, early stages, later stages, they keep changing. Ending a friendship can be difficult. You may not feel comfortable explaining your reasons for doing so. Even so, you can still be kind, respectful, and considerate, and simply state that you no longer devote time to that friendship. When you've made the conscious decision to let go of the relationship, it will most likely happen naturally. Each person who's been a part of your life taught you something. Some friendships are long-term while others are brief. In all relationships, however, it's important to embrace the changes and let go of regret. This is just natural growth. While you may outgrow the need to maintain a bond with someone who was once special to you, that person will nonetheless always occupy a place in your heart. And when you think about friendships are almost like boyfriends, there's no way that you've kept all the boyfriends or girlfriends that you would have had your whole life. They bring something to your life in that moment, you have a great time, and you move on. Can you imagine what your husband would think, or your partner, if you kept all the ex-boyfriends in your basket of friends and brought them to every party, every wedding? It would be too much. We bring something to each other's lives, and we move on. And that's funny how that ties into what lesson can we get with somebody, even if they've wronged us, when we move on. So much information. Thank you so much for your effort. I hope you stay cool today and have a beautiful day. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.